My balls are scary. Madballs! Your balls are a nice, neat line, and my balls are all over the place. I always got my balls all over the place.
Hey everyone, welcome back to the basement. Welcome to the channel if you've never been here before. Today we have the set of horror and sci-fi Madballs. So there's going to be a lot of balls in this video.
Yeah.
Jason really wanted these, so I got them for him for Christmas.
Yes, so I was super excited when I opened these. Now these were Best Buy exclusive for a while and only in the States, so we couldn't get them right away, but we did a trip down to the States in November. They came out around October in Best Buy. Yeah, I believe they were exclusive.
End of October, I think.
Well, they wrote for Halloween.
Yeah.
Yeah, come on, they're not going to put them in there, but they were Best Buy exclusive for a while, but just like this weekend or so, very recently,
or possibly this
the
weekend.
start of the month. Yeah. January 1st, there. Figured out the enigma. January 1st, they are now available to purchase, like, anywhere that sells NECA or Kidrobot stuff, so...
Yeah, so basically, if you buy Madballs elsewhere, you'll probably be able to find these around there somewhere.
So, definitely check those out if you're interested, because we're going to show you these, because I think these are really freaking cool. And I know they're on Entertainment Earth and Big Bad Toy Store now, because I got a notification in my email that they're available.
Yeah, so we will share a link in the description box below as well if you want to check them out. They are the horror and sci-fi line, which of course is right up our alley.
Woo! And
they are pretty grotesque. Yeah. So I'm excited to rip them out of these little nettings and show you guys what they look like.
They come in little mesh sacks for your balls. You gotta have sacks for your balls. So this is gonna be a rough video.
So bad.
Oh my god, I tore my sack! It's so juvenile. Like, we're so immature.
Okay, so I'm gonna start off with Freddy, because he is my slasher. Freddy, I think, is really cool because they have the claw coming up along the side of his face. Obviously, they're balls. Yeah. So there's only so much you can do with them. So they are heads mostly, but they did work in his claw coming up around the side of his face there. Yeah. And they, of course, have a hat. And they
the claw's actually coming through the hat.
Oh yeah, it is too, actually. One of the claws is poking through the hat.
With his brain there.
Of course, you have all the grotesque... I mean, well, he's pretty grotesque anyway, with the burned skin and everything.
Madballs are supposed to be gross.
But yeah, so. they really made him super gross with the yellow teeth, and there's like neon yellow ooze coming out of different parts of his head.
I thought it was green. Looks more green to me.
Yeah, it might be a little bit
It looks
green.
more like a fluorescent green.
It's neon fluorescent something oozing out of his head. They got a little bit of a swath of his sweater on the back there. It's just... They're surprisingly detailed in a really disgusting way.
Oh yeah, they're super cool, and they're nice and squishy too.
They're very squishy.
They're foam Madballs, so if you've ever had Madballs before, that's exactly what they're like. Man, they got his burn marks and everything down.
I know, they did a really great job on his face, actually.
The bloodshot,
the nose kind of sticks out a bit there. I love the brain too.
Yeah.
The brain is like super pink and like grody little black lines all over it and everything. Yeah, they did an awesome job.
The teeth, very yellow and gross too. But I gotta show off my guy too, because he is actually, they're all pretty awesome, but this guy's got to be one of my favorites of the set. This is Jason, my slasher, of course, and man, this is like badass. Now, like the brain on that, it's almost like a reference back to Freddy 2, where he pulls the head off. Yeah, this also has a little bit of brain showing, but what's really great about this, you know, minus everything, right, is it's got the crack in the mask, referencing back to Part 7 when Kane Hodder took over as Jason, and that's just super cool. That's my favorite Jason look of the series. Now, of course, and this is an issue I have with sometimes when you know, companies make Jason collectibles, and I'm really glad they did it right, is they've got his kind of like lazy closed eye.
Yeah.
his messed up eye.
important. When they don't do that, it just doesn't.
I
look
hate when
right.
companies don't do the eye right, because that's an important feature on Jason, is his dropped eye. It's, of course, got a worm coming out of it because he's a corpse, and lots of worms on the back.
I love the worms coming out.
So that's just, like, super nice and gross. It's got, like, buckshot holes in the
yeah.
back, almost. That's kind of cool. The strap is, of course, tight, so he's getting ooze seeping out everywhere. The mask is great. It's missing a red triangle here, but I think that's mostly because it's covered up, by where the worm.
They really didn't have much room
That's where
to
the
go.
red thing would be, and this piece is obviously just full on missing. So very, very cool. Super happy to have this. It's weird. It's like he's got like a big bit of hair though.
He does actually. Yeah.
I don't know.
I mean, he does have a few strings of hair.
Yeah,
but
strings,
they've got a lot.
Like that's
on
like
this one.
that's like Dracula's hair. You know what I mean? But either way, that is a super, super awesome, disgusting thing that's gonna look amazing in the horror movie room.
These are super cool and just different and would look amazing on any shelf. The next one I have is the Alien Facehugger one. This is, I personally think it's probably the least impressive, but it's still amazing.
That's probably my least favorite.
Yeah.
Of
the set, it's probably my least favorite, but it's still super, super cool how they did the facehugger wrapping right around the head. That is super cool. With you can see the tips of the claw arms and everything.
We may as well show the alien at the same time since these are both from the same franchise.
There you
So
go.
the alien, the Xenomorph, is super cool too.
And of course, the facehugger is squeezing so that his eye is popping out. Very, very gross.
Yeah, that's nasty.
That's very nasty. You can see the tail wrapped around where his neck would be, and there's lots of little extra details like the game over pin there, and the logo, of course, on the hat and everything.
Yeah.
A little bit of neon ooze coming out around there too. Very, very cool. I really do actually like the way they did the facehugger.
Xenomorph, though, he's, I love them all. Xenomorph's kind of basic. I find.
basic.
I love the look of the Xenomorph, don't get me wrong, but where these have all these extra features like the brain and the claw and the ooze coming out everywhere.
Yeah, that's the thing. The Xenomorph is so
the
flat,
Xenomorph,
black,
Yeah, it's H.R. Geiger. It's got that influence. You can see it. And it's got the tubes and the tentacles and everything everywhere. Of course, it's got the alien's blood coming out with little holes, like it's almost like it was shot repeatedly,
Yeah.
With a small little machine gun, something the Marines coming at him. But, the tongue, and you can see a little bit of the tiny alien tongue face in there. But, of the four so far, this is probably the most basic, I find.
I would like the detail if they had the little alien that's sticking out, actually.
Yeah.
That would make a fun little detail.
Then it wouldn't be as much of a ball shape either.
That's true.
You stick it out a little bit.
Yeah.
But it's got a tongue.
The last one I have is Leatherface.
Yeah.
And he's pretty cool too because
He's cool.
he has like the stitches all around the mask there, all around the skin mask. Very nicely done, and on the back he's got brain showing as well. There's a big gash and some like loosely done stitches across the skin. He's got the hammer.
Look at him, he's got his mallet.
Look, that's hysterical.
Wicked. I didn't know he had his mallet
Yeah.
stuck in his head.
I didn't notice that until I took him out of the package. It's got it lodged in the head there with all the ooze coming out and everything. He's got a bug on the mask. He's got the crazy eyes, the ones kind of sticking up and outward. Like, he's grody. He's grody. He's got awesome teeth, and the skin tone on the mask is different than the skin tone on his neck. So you can see the edges there and everything. That's actually really cool. Now that I'm looking at it, I didn't like that one as much at first, but then when I saw like
up close.
The hammer in his head and everything, that's pretty cool.
That's pretty awesome. The stitches holding in the brain is just wicked.
Yeah, I love the brain
I
sticking
love
out of some of
the
them.
ooze coming out of everything.
There's ooze on everybody.
But this one, though, this one has to be my absolute favorite of the six. Even more than Jason, even though you guys know how crazy I am about Friday the 13th
that's
stuff.
saying something.
Look at this. Look at the Predator. That's freaking awesome.
So freaking cool.
Look how cool that is. So, like I said, it's not a lot of extra going on. Like, that one has the brains
and
the worms and everything here. This one is just Predator's head. But the thing is, Predator is just so cool and gross looking.
Exactly.
Anyway.
It's all about his face and the big mouth.
And like, you can tell you didn't have to add anything to make the Predator look just gross and wicked and awesome. It just looks that good. His eyes are all yellow, red lines, bloodshot, and of course he's got the the face coming out. I don't know what you would call that. So his
mandibles?
No, I was gonna say mandrills. Isn't that like a monkey? With a mandrill. That's like a monkey, isn't it? I don't know. Words. Write a book. But of course he's got Predator's little sprigs, of course, that come out of his skin, and his dreads. His pred dreads.
Pred dreads.
Gotta have his pred dreads with the skull,
the little skull
on the back.
hanging in. I like the little skull hanging in them.
And of course it's a little rigid there where his neck is and stuff. That is just too freaking cool. I love this.
You barely have to do anything with Predator because his face is so disgusting.
I know.
To begin with.
That's so awesome. I love it.
That is absolutely amazing. This line of Madballs is so cool. I was never really into Madballs.
I wasn't huge. I thought they were cool, and I had like some of the older Madballs when I was a kid, right? And now they're kind of coming back as like a collector thing and stuff like that. And I had some older ones when I was a kid, but when I saw that they were making this line, I knew I had to have these because these are just too freaking cool.
They're absolutely amazing. You already said what's your favorite one.
Oh yeah, it's Predator.
It's gotta be Predator, and I gotta go with Predator too.
Okay, well you want me to pick a second favorite then?
Yeah, sure, why not?
Looking at them, I gotta go with my boy Jason.
I
gotta go because just they're all awesome. So I'm obviously going to give the edge to Friday the 13th. So
it's a little bit predictable, but I'm going to go with Freddy too.
Well,
for my second one.
Expected.
I love the way they did the claw up on his face like
this
that.
Guy's the best though. That guy's the best.
You got to go Predator. Predator's amazing.
If you can only get one, get Predator. He's awesome, but they're all great. This one's a little plain, but it's still awesome.
They're all awesome. Freddy doesn't want to stand up.
He's a ball.
He's a ball. Guys, let us know what you guys think of the Madballs horror and sci-fi line. Have you picked any of them up for yourself and which one is your favorite? Let us know in the comments section. If you've enjoyed the video, please give us a big thumbs up, share with your friends, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already.
You're holding Jason balls.
You can also follow us on Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, and Snapchat at Tracey's Basement. Jason from TV on Twitter.
Disrespectful of Jason balls.
And of course, as always, guys, keep coming back for more Tracey's Basement.
Predatory balls.
Bye.